Hello, welcome to your Unit 6 AP7 video on graphs and sequences. So, first section that we'll look at the key skills check. So, to decrease an amount by 18%, what single multiplier would you use? When I'm using a multiplier, I need to take my 18% away because it's a decrease. So I'm going to do 100% take away 18% equals 82%. Then all I need to do is convert that to a decimal. So 82% as a decimal equals, and the multiplier is 0.82. Expand and simplify, so I'm going to use my FOIL method. I'm just going to zoom in a fraction. I'm going to now just adjust that a little bit, a little bit sharper. Okay, so FOIL method, that stands for first, outer, inner, last. Let's see what that means. So first, I'm going to multiply these together. So that gives me x squared. Outer, so that's that. Now careful, it's times by minus 4, so x times by minus 4 is minus 4x. Inner, that's these ones, that's minus 3 times x, which is minus 3x, and then the last ones. And this is the one where people will tend to make a mistake. This is minus 3 times minus 4. Two negatives multiplied together gives me a positive, so it's plus 12. Now, I've got to collect like terms to simplify it. So I've expanded it, now I'm going to simplify. So the only like terms here are these x terms, which I can put together. So minus 4x and then minus 3x gives me minus 7x. So I've got x squared minus 7x plus 12. That's my answer. Right, question 2 here. Without a calculator. Okay, without a calculator. So dividing by a decimal, dividing by a number less than 1, I mean there's several ways of doing this, but the way in which I would probably go about doing this is to say, alright, 0.6 divided by 0.2 is the same as if I times both these by 10. As long as I time the top and the bottom by the same amount, if it's division, then I will have the same, I'll basically have an equivalent fraction, and 0.6 divided by 0.2 is the same as 6 divided by 2, which is 3. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Question 4, 3x is less than or equal to 6. Right, so I want to get x on its own. I want to solve for the value of x. So all I need to do is divide this side by 3 to get x here. But with an inequality, just like with a equation, what I do to one side, I need to make sure I'm balancing by doing the same thing on the other side of the inequality in this case. I'm going to divide this by 3, so I have x is less than or equal to 2. Okay, question 5. Work out the value of 5x minus 2y when x equals 2 and y equals minus 3. So all I'm going to do is going to substitute this in. 5 times by 2 minus 2 times by minus 3. Okay. Now we need to be really careful about our negatives here. So 5 times 2 is 10. And I'm taking away 2 times minus 3. So I'm taking away 2 lots of minus 3 is minus 6. Now, when I've got the two negatives, so I'm taking away negative, it will be the same as an addition. So it's the same as 10 plus 6, which is 60. Okay. Find the value of x squared plus 2x. If y equals x squared plus 2x, find the value of y when x equals 5. So again, I'm just going to substitute in. So y equals 5 squared plus 2 lots of 5. So y equals 25 plus 10, which equals 35. last one. Round off 34,162 to one significant figure. I'm just going to put the comma in there to make it clear to myself. So one significant figure means which one tells you, has the biggest impact on the overall number. That's the most significant digit. So it's not the units column, because if that changes a bit, it doesn't really alter the value that much. The most significant one is the first non-zero. In this case, it's in the 10,000s column. Okay, so that means I need to round it to the nearest 10,000. So is it 30,000 or 40,000 is my question. And because it's 34,000, it will round 162. It will round down, so it's to the nearest 10,000. It's 30,000. That's my answer. Question 8. If the relative frequency of a train being on time is 0.4, how often would you expect the train to be on time over 20 days? Well, let's just think about this. If it was on time, if it was on time 0.5, if the relative frequency was 0.5, that means it was on time half the time. So it would be on time 10 days. And so all you did was 0.5 times 20 there to get your 10 days. So that's all we're going to do. Just 0.4 times by 20, which is 8. You expect 8 times for the train to be on time. Okay. Increase 380 by 18%. Okay, it's increased this time. We had decrease by 18% here. Here we've got increase by. So I'm going to take 380. I'm going to use my multiplier. If it's increased by 18%, I've got 100% plus 18% equals 118%, which equals 1.18 as a decimal. So that's my multiplier. So I'm going to times by 1.18. Got my calculator handy. So 380 times 1.18 equals, have it as a fraction, I'm just going to convert it to a decimal, 448.4. Okay, let's have a look at question 10. Right, a steel ball has volume of 1,500 centimeters cubed. The density of the ball is 95 grams per centimeter cubed. So let's think about that. It's 95 grams for each centimeter cubed, and I've got 1,500 of them. So if I multiply, right, imagine it, if it was 95 grams per centimeter cubed and there was just 1 centimeter cubed of volume, it would obviously, the mass would be 95 grams. If there were 2 centimeters cubed of volume, I would just do 95 times 2. So for 1,500, I'm just going to do 1,500 times by 95, which gives me, you can use your calculator, 1,500 times 95, 142,500. Now we need to be careful because we've got that's the number of grams, isn't it, per centimetre cubed. So this is my total number of grams. Now you just need to convert that from grams to kilograms. So 142,500 grams, well, there's 1,000 grams in a kilogram, so it's 142.5 kilograms. And that's the end of your key skills section.